In this video, we are going to look at 3 stocks based on option flow. Then we are going to look at the fundamental technical algorithmic and artificial intelligence. Based on the information we are going to analyze the stocks. We will be using the Traditics website to identify the 3 stocks. Please use the link below to subscribe to the website. General disclaimer, any opinions provided is general market information for educational and entertainment purposes only and do not constitute as investment advice.
So in this video we're going to look at 3 stocks based on options flow. So we are in a website called Traditics. So this is where we are going to do the analysis. So the first 3 stocks, first stock is TQQQ. Okay, so we're going to go to the stock TQQQ. This is the index. Okay, so let's say look at support resistance. So it is coming from the support level. It's basically turning back from support level, going toward the resistance. Okay, let's look at the projection. Projection is positive, uptrending. Okay, so let's look at the AI. AI is positive. Let's look at the options flow. The stock is at 135. So flow is bullish, almost 63% calls. Algo is bullish. You can see support resistance level. So it's basically coming off a support level. Okay. So now let's look at 4.1 million calls and 0.86 million puts. So the stock there is puts, a lot of puts, strike price is 125, dominant strike is. So you can see there's a lot of green, but there's a lot of puts also here. So there's a lot of red also below the stock price of 135. Okay, so you can see number of calls, right? So all so there are 138, 135. There are some above the price, but a lot of them below, and there is also a lot of puts also. Okay, so from the flow angle, it's not looking very strong. Okay, so next stock will be WFC, Wells Fargo Bank. Good fundamental stock. It's a bank, support resistance level. So it's basically cutting across. It basically can cut across the support level and going to the resistance. Okay, so it's probably going to go to the next high. Projection. So it's projecting to go up. Okay, now let's look at the AI. AI is 50% positive. Okay, all flow is bullish. Algo are bullish. 70% call. Looks like 70% calls. You can see that 9 million calls and 1.96 million puts. So stock is at 48. Dominant strike is 47 and 50. You can see a lot of greens at 45, 47, 50, this range. Okay, you can see big orders at 46, 45, 50. A lot of good flow on the call side, and there's some flow on the put side also. Okay, next stock is BAC. Bank of America. So it's also a good bank, good fundamental stock, support resistance level. So it basically turned back from the support level, going heading back up. Okay, projections, so it's projecting up. Okay, so now let's look at the AI. AI is negative. Let's look at the options flow. Options flow is bullish, 88% calls, bullish here also. Algo is bullish. You see that 17 million calls and 1 million puts. It's looks like very strong. The stock price is at 46. There's a lot of 46, 45. You see there's a lot of puts also, and there's a lot of big push in the calls. There's a lot of activity in the call side. So there's less puts and then a lot of calls. Okay, if you look at the major order is 45, 45, 42, 50, right? So good call volume flow. See, one more option is, looks like the banks are very strong. So one more option is to trade the ETF, right? XLF, which is basically an ETF which has a lot of banks. So XLF also, it's the same pattern like a Bank of America, where it's a bullish pin bar. Price action is bullish pin bar, and then it's all bullish here. Okay. So let's look at the projections. Projection is also upward. Instead of betting on one bank, you can just do the XLF. Okay. So it's $39. Okay. So AI is positive. Flow also is bullish. Algo is bullish. You can see 4 million calls. But so you can see there's a lot of column there, but there's also a lot of put volume also. So this is one more option where you can try to see whether you want to trade the ETF instead of the stock. Okay. Okay, so this is ProShares Ultra Pro. So we are in a 1 hour chart with a weekly CPR, right? With a weekly CPR. So you can see that the CPR is next CPR for next week. This is a weekly CPR, so next week is going to be up. So it's basically up from the previous CPR. So that's going to be uptrending day. Since the CPR is wide, it's probably going to be a sideways day, right? So because it has already gone up a little bit, so it probably is going to be sideways day for next week. So if the bullish candle, if the candle opens bullish above the CPR, then it's good to take the trade. Okay, you can see that it's already green in 4 hour, but it's all red in day chart and everything. So, okay, the next stock will be WFC, Wells Fargo. So the weekly CPR is basically reached the previous CPR, and weekly CPR is below. So this also could mean that it could be a sideways day. That's basically coming up, and if the first bullish candle opens above the CPR, then it's probably going to take the support first one, support one, resistance one, or one. Okay, so it could go from here to here. That's probably $2. Okay, so next one is BAC. Out of three, this looks very bullish because you can see the CPR is one above the other, so it's slightly above. So, and also it's all green here, right, on all the time frames. So this is quite bullish. So if the first candle opens above, so you can take a bullish trend, and then it goes from 46, 45 to 47. It could also go to 49. Okay, it could be a $2-3 move. Okay. So next is, let me look at XLF. XLF also is exactly same picture as Bank of America. You can see it's all CPRs are going ascending order. You can see that you can see this the CPR for next week also is just slightly above. So this could be a better options to play instead of the individual banks. Okay. Thanks for watching the video. Please share, subscribe, and comment. Thanks, and then share with your friends also. Thank you.